I work out at the library. Where do you work out? Says guy with tiny head and really big pecs. Pecs so big that it turns any normal shirt into a crop top. A guy who looks kind of like John Lennon with a gigantic Mount Rushmore head. I work out at the library. This bottom part is funny because this is like an actual exercise that people will do to like increase neck strength so that like in boxing when you get punched in the face you can take it a little better without flinching. And I think they also do similar things for the G-forces in Formula 1 racing and racing in general. Hi again, guys. And today we're going to be looking at r/I'm 14 and this is deep. I have looked at these posts before, but you guys might be surprised, and honestly I was too looking back, that I've never done it on this channel. It's always been in like other people's videos, and some of that was like close to a decade ago. I view YouTube as a cycle. The same subreddits will become good fodder for content in like every couple years, and I plan to exploit them on every time they're on the rise. If you enjoy this video, this card at the end will take you to another one like it, and be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an upload. A lot has changed. I'm looking at posts from the last month because I want to see what has changed since the last time I actively browsed the subreddit. For one, I would petition to have the profile picture of the sub changed from Jaden Smith. You know, we all goofed and gaffed at his expense for some of the things he used to tweet back in the day, but the years having passed, I feel like a lot of his shit is like starting to resound given time. The posts themselves do not seem to have changed that much though. It's insane what people think. They call this art, but they call graffiti vandalism. I think we should just consider both of them art. They both have merits, right? I'll say that one of the best arguments I've ever seen for the validity of modern art is Who's Afraid of Red, Yellow, and Blue? It was a series of paintings that had like these shades of red, yellow, and blue that no one has ever been able to recreate, and the reason they would need to be recreated is because they got vandalized by people saying it's not real art. Anything that gets like a big enough reaction out of someone that they want to go to a public display and slash them up and down with a knife because they're just pissed off that they're getting displayed at all, I feel like it's proven its worth at that point. And the craftsmanship that went into getting these different like shades of red, yellow, and blue is in itself like creative effort. It's crazy good. Given I don't know exactly what this is trying to say to me, but I am looking at it trying to decipher a meaning. It is getting my brain jogging. The Silver King rejects trans and gay people in the name of Christianity, and then Cypher, the original poster apparently, in the name of science, rejects Christianity, I guess? I don't know, man. A lot of famous scientists also believe in God, but Silver King doesn't like it when it's done to him. Too far, bro. Listen, man, for the most part, every Catholic I know is like one of the most understanding and loving people I've ever come across. I was raised Catholic, and I feel like this brand of Christianity where like people are just so openly and brazenly against, you know, following the teachings of Jesus, it's very online, man. Like, you don't meet people who are outwardly like this a lot if you go outside. Now, a whole new swath of I'm 14 years old and this is deep content has been created by people who are actually in their 20s and 30s, able to express visuals for the first time because of the advent of AI. In 1980, things were normal, and also in black and white, men only dated women. They also had large nuclear families. Nowadays, men kiss men, and also they don't have kids, they have little fur babies in place of having children that could later go on to supplant them. Also, people in the backgrounds of images have become even more indecipherable blobs than before. I'm gonna be honest, if 1980 was literally always stuck in a black and white filter, I'm taking 2025 every single time. Like, bro, I do not want to live under the Reagan administration. Give me a goddamn break. Also, real quick, did you know you can use code Kwite for 10% off Cheeky soap at the first link in the description? This is like the soap brand that Charlie Moist Critical started up, and I'm gonna be honest, like before I got my hands on it, I was a little skeptical myself, but ever since they started giving me the soap for free, I've not used like any of the other body wash products I've used before because it covers all my bases. I have hyperhidrosis, which means like I sweat a lot, and in general, like I get dry skin really easily. It's actually been really good for my skin. I've been mostly using like that orange citrusy flavor they have. You can buy it on like a subscription too, so you get like soap regularly sent to you. You don't have to worry about like running out one day in the shower too much. And I can unironically personally attest to the quality of the product because I use it pretty much fucking every day. And if you use code Kwite, it's 10% off, helps out the channel, and honestly, I think you'll probably agree with most of what I'm saying once you get to try it out. Only legend can understand. Men are like Bluetooth. He is connected to you when you are nearby, but searches for other devices when you are away. Women are like Wi-Fi. She sees all available devices, but connects to the strongest one. I'm gonna be honest, what I look for in a man or a woman is someone who could just beat the shit out of me. I don't care what electronic device you feel is the most apt metaphor for you. Can you realistically fucking tear my limbs off? If so, then please hit me up. Here we have the average sad 14-year-old according to this subreddit. How I saw her before. She was the apple of your eye, the only person that you didn't have an X over the face over. You had eyes for them only, quite literally. How I see her now, she broke up with you, so now she has an X over her face. That kind of implies that you already tried doing the thing with these other two ladies, and then like it didn't work out, so you crossed them out. I've said this before, but I just have a new level of respect for no matter how cringe this art is and what the message it's portraying is, at least it was like actually drawn by a human hand. This was an actual expression of a human emotion that a real person felt. It wasn't generated, and unfortunately that's something we can't take for granted anymore. It's really a tragedy. A quote from Tyler Durden: "We work jobs we hate to buy things we don't need to impress people we don't like." I really do just love seeing things that make you think whoever wrote this or included it in a book like this, you're a guy who saw Fight Club and thought, man, that Tyler Durden guy's got a really good point. I'm not the most intelligent person out there, and I would never claim to be, but it does make me feel at least just a tad bit better about my media literacy abilities. Like, holy shit. Oh, here we go. We have fucking grubs again, dude. Every now and then, this guy has a post of his just pop up in a random video about a random topic, and I almost feel bad because he's such an easy fucking punching bag, dude. I think we might have read this exact post from earlier this year at 25 million views. Do not fuck with gamers. We're forged by endless boss battles against impossible odds. It's so fucking sully, dude. We do not give up. We do not stop. We are the terminators of the culture war. You're actively, loudly, and proudly proclaiming that you fight in the culture war. You aren't ashamed that this is the discourse that you're caught up in. You're an active and willing participant, dude. I understand that I'm caught up in the culture war too, and I care about like whatever culture war issue of the day is, even if it is with some shame of the other things it's distracting me from. But holy fuck, but I'm not enjoying a single second of it. Bro, can you please just finish your goddamn game so people can make the types of videos they used to make about Yandere Dev about you? It might actually be an improvement on your current social standing, so... Oh my god, this video actually exists. Sigma Male Affirmations ASMR, dude. I really need to do some videos on like really niche ASMR because there is some funny shit out there. I just thought this one. A lonely wolf may be weaker than a lion, but a lonely wolf will never be a circus attraction. Yeah, they just might go extinct in the fucking wild and have to be reintroduced artificially by humans decades after they killed them off already. I think somebody else said it, and that's like where I'm getting this comparison from, but I've never really understood like why people choose lone wolf or the lone lion as like a representation of like them going off to do their own thing, because notoriously those are like some of the most social animals in the fucking wild, dude. It's always a wolf pack. It's always a pride of lions. A lion having pride is directly tied to the fact that it has other lions that it's around. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Did you know smoking is good for the environment because it kills human beings? I think it's good for me because it gives me a little head rush. Not gonna lie, dude, fucking nicotine is a bastard, man. It has been so hard for me to kick that addiction, but going on over a month strong, clean from that shit, we're still having a little nicotine gum here and there. The cravings are beating the fuck out of me, but I am making progress, thankfully. Only few will understand. When having meal at restaurant, sir, $200 bill. Keep $300. A 50% tip on top? That's pretty good, man. That's pretty generous. When buying from farmer, sir, $200 bill. Why 200? I only give 150. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's because at the top one, you're having a luxury at a nice restaurant, so you're tipping for the premium service. At the bottom one, you're eating in a way where like it's pure necessity. Keep it at $100 or $300. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really understand this one in its entirety. I can try and discern the smoke signals and like look into the stars of this image and try and figure it out, but I don't really feel like it. This is reality. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure that it is. It's outlining several concepts that I don't really think align with reality at all. Karma is you get what you give, and I mean in some circumstances, yeah, if you throw trash on other people's shit, then like you might get trash thrown on you. Sure, you can believe in karma as like a necessity for keeping sane, but like good people have terrible things happen to them all the time. We know this. Social media is the half-eaten apple only showing its uncut side to the mirror in order to get validation. I guess, sure. The lines of life are to criticize, which is the biggest one, to gossip, which is, you know, the little shorter, to get involved, you know, at least there's a medium-sized sign there, to encourage, very, very short one, and to help. It's a bit self-aggrandizing, but like, doesn't everybody do all of these things in varying amounts throughout their life? At least in my perception, I don't know, man. Privacy is power. What people don't know, they can't ruin. Okay, that shit's real as fuck. I would really prefer you guys to know less about me, man. I really should have thought of that when I did this whole public figure thing, huh? And the fucking visual they used is, it's a wrapped kept in a condom Jolly Rancher versus the unwrapped circumcised one, which is getting eaten by ants. You know, I really wish I didn't use like a penis metaphor for here, because now I'm just thinking about like a bunch of fire ants crawling on a random dude's penis, and that's just not enjoyable at all. I had a friend who sent me a video of a slug job, and it's about as literal as you think it is, and it was like one of the worst things I've ever seen. Not friends with that person anymore. Time to drop out and start a podcast. Yeah, baby, that's the real way to success in America. I knew school was a scam when my business teacher didn't own a business and my PE teacher was fat. I mean, I've always found things like this to be a little silly. The ability to build a business is not the same skill as teaching someone else how to build a business. Some people who are successful in certain fields are fucking terrible at conveying those lessons that got them there to others. And we say this all the time, failure can teach you just as much as success can. So like, what if your like PE teacher is fat and is telling you, don't be like me, start stretching and working out when you're young because you will not want to be trapped in a body that you didn't do that with when you're my age. Or a business teacher who tried to do a startup but failed at it and can tell you some of the earliest mistakes they made that you can avoid. Learning from your own failure can be just as valuable as learning from other people's failure, and none of this is funny. Why the fuck am I doing a prostitute once a week is cheaper than a wife for life? Wow, I can't find a flaw in his logic. Was the original tone of this scene sarcastic? Or is this even like a scene in the show that it's from? Or is it just one of those like fucking shittily edited captions? Let's just assume it's real. The main difference here is, if you want a wife for life, that probably means you want significantly different things than a prostitute could provide you. If you're just trying to fuck on a regular basis, then sure, man, I guess, go do that. If you had any amount of game, there's like a good chance you could hit that fucking ratio for like way cheaper than either of the options you've presented. But yeah, sure, dude, pay for a hooker every week. If she's not a virgin, then don't even bother. A true man never eats the leftovers of another. Did they fucking edit an emo haircut onto Elliot Rodgers and slightly chatify his jawline? Dude, what the fuck am I looking at? This is like if a human face was that stroke simulation image. Having children is abuse. Wait, what the fuck? Dude, look at that. The preview is so low res on the page. I have to click on it to make it even slightly readable. On r/nihilism? Oh, fucking course it is, dude. What's the smiling friends bit? Just hold a gun to a nihilist's head and they're like, no, please, I don't want to die. Please, I don't want to die. I do not understand how any woman can have a romantic view of pregnancy and talk about carrying life within herself when I see nothing more than being an incubator for a future corpse. I'm gonna be honest, you probably wouldn't be able to completely relate to it if you're not capable of getting pregnant in the first place. Like, if you're someone without a uterus, it probably won't make a whole lot of intuitive sense to you no matter what you view it as. You're an incubator for a future corpse. Like, dude, I'm a future corpse as is. What's one more? This future corpse is a being that throughout its life will consume countless other corpses, will abuse and be abused, and will constantly seek ways to dull its consciousness through antidepressants, alcohol, religion, or other means in order to avoid realizing how meaningless and pointless everything is. Or maybe they just have some motion in their fucking life and they're not as miserable. Don't get me wrong, nobody asked to be born. I certainly fucking didn't. And it's come with a whole host of consequences I would have preferred not to have had done. But the truth is, I'm here now, and I feel like doing some shit with the life I didn't ask for because I already got it, man. It's gonna run out eventually. So fucking might as well take a few stabs at it before just giving up entirely. Holy shit, man. Women in 1985 were diverse and had different hair colors. Now in 2025, they look all the same. Probably because you literally copy and pasted them. Bit of a selective sample, isn't it? Our generation went from till death do us part to till I get bored. And it's sad, for real. If you're the type of person to make like Instagram stories like this, I feel like you had a non-zero contribution to this problem if it's something you actually see as the case. You're probably just only acknowledging it now because you got burned finally. Alpha mindset. When a man loses the illusion of wanting to be loved, he becomes a beast that cannot be conquered. Dude, if you want to like imagine two oily buff dudes like staring down at each other, just make them make out already, dude. Like, you're one step away from this shit. Just commit, dude. It's so fucking pathetic, like watching you not go all the way. Go read some goddamn BL, bro. Go fucking Fujo out. Why are you being such a coward about it? Few will understand this. Under dark humor, you don't find grass on busy streets. I'll come back with more fact. This makes absolutely no fucking sense to me. And because I don't know what subreddit this is from, I can't even begin to intuit it. Sure, dude, I guess you don't. Oh man, feel his pain. Broken things are repaired with gold in Japan. I believe this is called kitsugi. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I always thought that the products of it were quite beautiful. Me in Japan, and because all of me is broken, I must be entirely remade out of gold. Oh, you look like one of those fucking things the High Evolutionary made in Guardians 3. Adam Warlock, they're on the fucking payload. Stop goofing around and being sad on Twitter and start fucking healing. Not healing yourself. I need you to be like focused on the Iron Man who's about to get shot out of the sky, please. I don't know. I listen to a lot of Charlie XCX. No, you don't, because you put an E on the end of Charlie. Haha, that's cool. I listen to XXX Tentacion. It's just, women have done me wrong all my life. Okay, there's no way this is unironic. This dude has to be doing a fucking bit. Keep ignoring me, I'll remember. Sends a the LeBron Bart Simpson ass drawing with fuck love under it, man. Just drew this right now. He's literally doing the exact caption LeBron did. This is absolutely a joke. And whoever executed it, fucking flawless. 9 out of 10 at the very least. I could give it a perfect score if the Bart Simpson drawing was just slightly shittier and you used ellipses like maybe 2 or 3 times less than you did. I didn't believe in the existence of femcells until I stumbled upon this shit. Boys can't love ugly girls, but girls can love ugly boys. I feel like you're like just talking in absolutes, bro. Like you got like some Sith Lord shit going on. Oh, dude, this is a classic one. We have to end on this. Okay, it's girl and boy alternating, and it starts with girl. I'm not gonna read the subtitle every single time. Girl says, finally, a day like this. And boy says, will you ever leave me? Not even for a second. Do you love me? Yes, every single time. Will you ever hurt me? No, I will not. Will you marry me? Yes. Jasmine. Now read it backwards. And me after reading it backwards, oh no, dude, I'm gonna have my heart broken by this story, aren't I? Jasmine. Yes. Will you marry me? No, we just fucking met. Will you ever hurt me? Yes, every single time. Do you love me? Not even for a second, winky smiley face. Will you ever leave me? Finally, a day like this. Dude, you just went up to a girl who was like, will you marry me? And expected her to say yes off the bat. Dude, my heart's broken. Like, literally, I have high cholesterol. My heart doesn't function properly. Oh, man, that's all I got. I'm really sad I didn't do this subreddit sooner. This is low-key a classic, and I've had a lot of fun looking through the posts. If you enjoyed, that card I mentioned on screen should be on there now. And be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an upload. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I'll see y'all next time.